Good morning. Welcome back to Dustinbed. I'm back, in front of the camera at least, because normally you just kind of see my hands. But anyway, today I'm going to be talking about a package I got from Light in the Attic. Light in the Attic is a record label that seems to specialize in records that are basically reissues for the most part. They do some sort of original stuff, but it's a little bit more of like compilations, which I will get to here in a second. But one of the main things that they did that, oh, come back, camera. I bet you guys didn't miss that. I sure didn't. Um, anyway, um, one of the main things that they did recently within the last few years that I was a big fan of was they did a bunch of reissues of Hiromi Hosono records. He was a member of Yellow Magic Orchestra, and he did a lot of solo stuff, and it's like fantastic. Big shout out to Phil Harmony, because it's like Philharmonic, but it's Philharmony. I don't know. Either way, it's fantastic. Super like weird, sort of ambient, experimental pop stuff. Uh, Check out Sportsman. It's like a perfect pop song. Anyway, back to this box. They were doing a special on. As I do this, I'm gonna unbox it. But as they, what am I trying to say? They had a special that they advertised on Twitter that said that if you bought a record, they would include another record with it. It was like a limited time thing, only for one day, and I was like, bet, because the record that they were, box crunching noises, the record they were selling seemed really cool, and then the record they included with it seemed cool. I'm gonna warn you, both records are more or less blind to me. I think I heard part of the bonus record, and I mean, as you'll see in a second, I've heard a bit of the first record. Let me see if, come on, there we go. Well, they boxed it really well. It's packed up really nicely. Let me see if I can. Do you want some ASMR? That's probably really loud, I'm sorry. But not that sorry. Bunch of paper, basically, that I'm moving out of the way. Ooh, okay. I'll show the original record first, and then show the bonus record. Ooh. This is cool. So, even a tree can shed a tear, I believe? Or can shed tears. It's like Japanese folk and rock from the late, 1969 to 73. I'll go ahead and read you the Obi strip real quick. There was something in the air in the urban corners of late 60s Japan. Student protests and a rising youth culture gave way to a creative community that thrived on subverting traditions of the post-war years. Folk songs became political, and Beatlemania inspired copycat groups made way for a more personal kind of new music, in quotes, where authority mattered more than replicating the sounds of their idols. Even a tree can shed tears. I'm bad at I'm bad at reading out loud. The inaugural release in our Japan archival series includes songs by Happy End, which is a group that features Hirumi Hosono, the man himself, Hirumi Hosono, Maki Asakawa, Saku, Sachiko Kanenobu. I should edit, but I don't. And others who emerged from the Vietnam War era Agura, which is underground, scenes and became some of the most important artists of their generation. First fully licensed anthology of this music released outside of Japan. It's a two LP record housed in an uncoated gatefold jacket. It's got original artwork by Heisuke Kitakewa. My mind has that been out of focus this whole time? I'm sorry. My minor in Japanese is not paying off right now, or is it? I don't know. Oh, okay, good. This has a 20-page book with liner notes and bios by Yusuke uh, Kitazawa and Jake Orwell. I'm hoping that gives us some background on the songs here because that seems really interesting. Also, I'm glad that this is the first of these anthology or like Japan archival series records. I don't have any of these. I'm normally not super big into comps, but between the two of these, I thought it was like a pretty good deal, and I was really excited to get a chance at listening to a bunch of like, is that a little bug? I think that's a little bug. It's not alive, whatever it is. Anyway, there's a bunch of songs on here I haven't heard. There's a couple that I have heard. The ones by Happy End and the one by Harumi Hosono. I've heard a lot of his solo stuff just by because I'm a fan of his. But other than that, I haven't checked out any of these songs, so I'm really excited to use this as like a tool to like check out a bunch of this type of music. I'm a big folk fan. I'm a big rock fan. So, kind of going through that from like a different country perspective is really awesome. I guess all that's left to do is open this. So, I'll show you the next record after we kind of go through this one. Sorry if you want to see both of them quickly, but I kind of want to go through this one first. Oh, I almost kind of ripped the obi immediately because I'm a big dummy. Oh no, the obi, it came off. That's the one thing about obis is that they're hard to keep on the jacket if you don't. I mean, it's a. Ah, oh, come on, focus. There you go. It's a 2 LP set, so keeping the obi on there is difficult because you want to open the gatefold. But here's the obi strip. The back is showing off a bunch of albums. There's our boy Harumi Hosono with his Hosono House. That's a really fun record. It's like an early example of like home recording. I think it's before like Paul McCartney did it with McCartney. I shouldn't say things unless I know them to be true, but it's at least around that period where like home recording was still kind of like unusual, so kind of cool. Let's get a better view of that artwork. It's super pretty, that pink and black combo with some purple. Where's that blue? It's like a bluish purple. I don't know. It's in between. I'm not sure how it'll show up on camera, but whatevs. Oh, that's pretty too. Oh, look at that. Pretty much worth it for the art alone, if I'm real with you. Like, you could display that and you would be satisfied, but like the music is like awesome too, probably. The stuff that I've heard is awesome. Oh. Okay, so it is on black vinyl. Not really a whole lot to say other than the labels are pretty. Always appreciate a nice label artwork. Oh. The booklet has the same artwork. Let me see. Well, it's got the original lyrics, it looks like, but they're in Japanese. Let me see if they have the English on the first page. Okay, good. They do have the English on the first page, if you're curious. I'm glad that they include both, because it'd be kind of silly to include the Japanese, because I would assume most people buying this can't read Japanese. Um, Looks like it's mostly text in here. Oh, awesome. Okay. So it does give backgrounds on the albums that the songs are, come on, focus. That the songs are taken out of. So that's rad. Oh, here's a little spoiler real quick. That's the other album. Ha ha ha. But oh, that is so cool. Cause yeah, this is why I wanted to get it basically, is because I wanted to. It's basically like a weird kind of mixtape, but it's curated by peeps. That is really cool. Okay. Yeah, I'm about that. Okay, and then we're on to the lyrics and then the Japanese lyrics. So yeah, this is a really solid booklet. I'm sorry that I didn't show it off too much. There's not a whole lot picture-wise to show other than album covers. It's not as eye-catching as something like this. So I didn't figure it was super worth showing. And it entices you to maybe purchase the record, and then Light in the Attic will be happy with me for not just like ruining the experience for people or whatever. I don't know. Oops. Oh, careful now. Oh, I don't have enough work or room to like do my activities here in my bed. That was a limitation that I made for myself that I didn't consider. Uh, I don't know. That's just a random thought, I guess. It's fine though. No biggie. And then just real quickly I'll show the label art for that one. Same basic style, I believe. I don't think there's anything in here. No, I don't think so. So yeah, come on, get in there. So yeah, that was Even a Tree Can Shed Tears, Japanese folk and rock from 1969 to 1973. I like how it's so compact too, because normally these, from what I've seen, it's usually like a pretty wide year gap, and this is only 4 years, so it's like really. Do you know what I'm kind of getting at? It's like you can really see like a change in like the atmosphere and stuff because it's so short. So it's like it's really condensed. Hopefully, I'm making sense. Anyway, so the other record. Ooh, this is a gatefold too. It is that record that I showed off. Here's the cover there. It is Sachiko Kanenobu, and then the album title is Misora. Yeah. I'm so bad with my Japanese. I need to touch up on that. Here I am, like, come on, wanting to like. I've been wanting to go to Japan because I feel like everybody does that is into Japan related junk, but like, I need to brush up on my Japanese a little bit so I'm not like a lost gaijin or something. Oh, let me see. Oh, okay. I'm gonna read this to you real quick. It's a bit hard to read, so bear with me. Sorry in advance for my mistakes. Often regarded as Japan's first female singer-songwriter, Osaka-born Sachiko Nanenobu created an enduring legacy with Misora, a timeless classic of intricate finger-picking, gently soaring melodies and rustic Laurel Canyon vibes. That's a reference I don't understand. Sorry. Hopefully you do. Uh, Originally released in 1972 on URC Underground Record Club one of Japan's first independent record labels, the Harumi Hosono produced album, My Boy, remains one of the most beloved works to come out of Japan's folk and rock scenes centered around Tokyo and Kansai areas in the early 1970s. So yeah, that sounds cool. Like I said, I haven't heard this yet, but you show me fingerpick guitars, which reminds me of like Nick Drake, which I featured one of his albums in a video that I've done, and My Boy Harumi Hosono, heck yeah, my boy. It's remastered from the original analog master tapes, which is rad. It's got a booklet of rare photos and translated lyrics, rad. Vinyl pressed at RTI. I think that's important. I think that they're like a really good place that presses records, but I'm not super familiar, if I'm honest. I've heard that. It features in. Oh, that's funny. It says as featured on the various artists, even a tree can shed tears, Japanese folk and rock. So it's like this is advertising that, kinda. Well, definitely. But yeah, that's cool. I wonder if this is on a colored vinyl. I don't think it is. I think it's also black, but we will find out together. This is another. I didn't mention before that first one had a textured sleeve. It's not glossy. Come on, there we go. Oh, I'm gonna try something real quick. Let me see if maybe that'll keep me in focus. I'm not sure. But yeah. So this is the Obi strip that I just showed you. Here is the album art again. Very minimal, but it has our babe right there. We have our boy Harumi and our babe. I don't know. Here is the gatefold. It continues. Ooh, this is pretty. Here's the inner. Oh, careful now. Oops. Here's the inner art. It's pretty. Oh, and then let's see. There should be the booklet in here. That's the one thing I really like about Light in the Attic is that they have really solid packaging, like gatefolds for even single LP records, and they include like a booklet. That's one thing that I got inside Philharmony that I really loved, especially because I bought it really late and it was like being scalped a lot of it. I'm gonna be real with myself. It was the most expensive record that I've ever bought, like single record. Anyway, it was worth it because I love that album, and I don't think that they're ever going to press it again. It was only 1,500 copies. I'm basically trying to tell myself that it was okay. Please believe me. This is cool. It's kind of like a little retrospective. You know, there's her as like an older woman. Here's her as a young girl and stuff. That's cool. I'm not gonna read this to you. I'm looking at this for my own sake at this point. Some nice photos though. I definitely recommend you. Oh, what? Are these like handwritten lyrics? Or at least they're typed in like a handwritten style. I don't know. Either way, that's really nice looking, and it's like on like a colored paper. Like, it's such a simple thing, but I really like that. Okay, and then here we have like the English lyrics for all the songs. And then there's the back. I'm really looking forward to checking this record out. Well, I'm looking forward to both of them, but I'm more of an album listener. I'm fine with playlists, like in concept. It's just I don't listen to them very often. Because I don't know, I just like, because an album is meant to be listened to like an album. At least they used to be. Still now to an extent, but not in like the mainstream so much. I don't know. That's another topic for another day, and I'll probably not get into it. But Okay, it is on black vinyl. Let me see if I can. Can you? Oh. I think it's got a rooster on it. Yeah, it's just pretty simple little. Oh. There we go. Sorry, I was getting a call. Anyway, I should probably wrap this up real quick, but pretty cool record, looks-wise. I'm looking forward to checking these boys out. Oh, come on. I'm probably going to switch out these sleeves if I'm able to. Oh my god, quit calling me. I put my phone on Do Not Disturb, but it doesn't work. But yeah, so here's that first record again. Misora. And then... Oh. Did you hear my voice? Oh my goodness. Even a Tree Can Shed Tears. That Japan archival series. Oh. And that's it for today. Hopefully that wasn't too long. I'm sorry that I took 21 minutes to go through the packaging and everything. I just really love like poring over like records and... 1 second, sorry. Sorry about that. But yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you watched all of it. I just really like gushing over records. I like records. I like the packaging. It's fun. I like it. Be sure to like and subscribe if you want to see more of this, because I'll definitely do more of this. I think I have one planned whenever I get the records, just because it's an artist I really like. Anyway, yeah, I think that's about it. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. Good night.